Hi, my name's Lee Jasper. This is Lee Jasper Investigates. We're doing a report from the Baker's Arms here in Leytonstone, East London. Wonderful little cafe, does a great infused coffee, food and bites to eat. I'm with Leon Coffee. You may have seen Leon's story that I wrote on my blog, leejasperblogspot.com. If you haven't been there, do subscribe, press link, like, follow me there. Breaking stories of the most horrific racism. And in fact, Leon, what happened to you was absolutely appalling. You may have seen the picture of him while he was working away in Bulgaria. Well, I'm going to let him tell the story, so why don't we start? Well, Leon, welcome.
Okay, my name is Leon Coffee, and then thank you for everybody watching this video now. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I've been through something very horrific that I would not like it to happen to anybody else. This is like me adding my top to the progress of humanity.
Okay. So Leon, where are you from? You're from the Ivory Coast?
Yes, I was born in the Ivory Coast in Abidjan, and then I've been living in England for now 24 years, and I'm a full British citizen. And then I happen to be in Bulgaria after I've applied for the normal job like everybody does.
So you went to look for work in wider Europe, and you eventually found a job in Bulgaria. Yeah, and when was this? Last year?
That was last year, September 29th. That's where I was attacked, but in May 2018 in May is where I moved in Bulgaria from being invited by the company that actually got my CV online and invited me to go work for them in Bulgaria. So I was not going in Bulgaria. I did not know to visit or as a tourist. I did not know much about Bulgaria. To be honest with you, I was more attracted by the money because the company seems to me to pay more. And then I was thinking like, a little money in a poor country will probably make you better off than more money in a rich country, if you understand how I weighed it. So this is the reason why I ended up in Bulgaria to have the best of my living, really, you know.
So you went to Bulgaria in order to earn some money, further your life, develop, I suppose, and have some new experiences. Did you know anything about Bulgaria before you got there?
Not much, not much. I didn't know a lot. The thing I know is the thing that people want to, as you see online, the beach, the Varna, the beautiful, the scenery, the nature, the architecture. There's so many churches in one place, the mosque and the church, and all this. I'm honest to you, this is only just a pure propaganda.
So you left UK from Sheffield here in the United Kingdom to go and work in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
And that was in May.
That was in
2018.
May. It was.
So you land in Bulgaria. What happens?
As soon as I got to Bulgaria, the first thing was like I lost my luggage. Till today.
Is that Bulgarian Airlines?
Bulgarian Airline lost my luggage. There, when I arrived in Sofia, I wait for my luggage as everybody's. Never turn up. Went to speak to the custom office. The guy is pretending not to understand English. Well, I'm in Bulgaria. This is the airport, an international place. A custom worker tell me he does not understand English. And as I was pushing forward, he managed to tell me in English that he does not understand English. And I said, so what part of English do you understand for you to answer me that you don't understand English? You mean you speak English? You're telling me that you don't understand English. You speak English. You just don't want to answer to the fact that because he was looking really annoyed for me by me asking about my luggage.
So you lost your luggage. Did you get it back?
Never until now. When I went, they sent me to a site to claim for compensation of lost luggages, which is what they could offer after they admitted to me that they've lost my luggage.
So your first day in Bulgaria, you land. And already you've lost the luggage.
I've lost my
well, they've lost the luggage.
They've
lost their luggage. Okay.
I didn't do anything.
Okay. So now you end up working in Bulgaria, and you speak. How many languages do you speak?
I speak French, Spanish, English, and a bit of Portuguese.
So you're doing customer service relations in this call center in Bulgaria, handling calls from all around Europe and speaking fluent. How did you find it on your first day?
Well, to be honest, for a place like this, I was a bit shocked. A place where they allow people from different origins and speaking different language is sound more like the international place. That, to be honest, I was faced with the opposite because When I was in Bulgaria, I was shocked, first of all, to see the look the people are giving me was so horrible.
So there are not many black people in Bulgaria?
Not many black people. The closest in the company that I was, there was another guy. I was the only one black people. Let me say that. Let me put it that way. Yeah, I was the only black people there.
And people were looking at you.
They were looking at me as if they've never seen a human being with a black person. They were looking at me with anger in the eyes. They were looking at me with rage. They were looking at me with fear. They were looking at me to let me know that I was not welcome. Everything around me was looking hostile.
So, whereas in Bulgaria, he's lost his luggage, he's on the street, and already he's being looked at as if he's an alien from outer space. Is that exactly where you were?
That's what it is.
So tell us what actually then happened to you, because you were out on a night out, you were looking to enjoy yourself.
Well, what it was is I wish I was really having the time to say, yeah, I'm gonna go out for a night time. You know, I was just it was a Saturday, and then I was with a colleague from work. And then we were supposed to get together to go to his house to explore the new system that we were working on at work. So on the way, on the normal walk, all of a sudden we bumped.
Where were you, in the capital?
We were in the capital city of Bulgaria, which is Sofia, right. And more precisely, the attack actually took place in front of the office of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Bulgaria, where there is 4 CCTV cameras who are recording every single action day by day.
So, just let me ask you then, where the attack took place, it was in the central Sofia. It wasn't down some dark alley back street. It was actually in front of a very prestigious building in the middle of the city centre.
Oh, yes.
Lots of public around, lots of cameras around.
Oh, yes. It was just, the action actually took place in front of, I can't say in front because it was not, but the police, I saw,
5 minutes away.
5 minutes away. Before we get to the place where I was attacked, there were the police. The place was in alert of protection, but couldn't.
Why was Sofia on alert that day?
Well, I did not know anything until I knew after the action. I was told that on this day was the day of the derby match between 2 football clubs, one called KFC and the other one called Levski. And then it's a curfew on that day. Black people from foreign people are not supposed to be in the street of Sofia when this derby take place. And apparently, just a few minutes before I was beaten, they parade throughout Sofia to impose their presence and what are they doing to let the people feel the fear of them before Jasper was attacked.
So we've got 2 football teams having a derby game in the capital. They've got a history of fascism and neo-Nazism. They'd been parading through the streets of the capital. This must have been quite a shocking sight for you.
Well, this is why I was in a situation where I was looking things on more of the positive side, if in a way. Although I was scared, but was it good for me to be scared there? It was not the road I wanted to take. So I was turning any scare into fun and happy. So when I saw them, I just imagined it's like, well, it's a parade, like, okay. So I was asking my colleague, oh, is that the police school? Is it the police school? Is it?
Why were you asking if it's a police school?
Because for what I have seen could not only remind me anything else than the police.
Why? What are they doing?
The movement were very coordinated. They were doing like some form of Arabics, meticulously well organized, well ranked. You can see that they are leaders. Yes. Military order.
And
that's
you initially thought they were the police.
That's why, because they were.
Who else does that?
Who else does that? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. For me, it was like a military really order. People well organized, following the order of somebody, to the point that I just thought it was the police rehearsing. Because they were all wearing same cap, like baseball cap, black with some writing in it.
And what then happened?
And then all of a sudden, instead of answering to the question that I was asking to my friend, they started to they started to run away. And then they were speaking to each other in Arabic, which I did not understand. By the time I realized, in front of me was a guy wearing a balaclava, and then 40 of them all coming toward me. But in an amazing way, my two friends managed to escape through the crowd, but I could not go because I didn't know where we were going. They know where we were going, but I didn't, you know. So, so I decided to return back where I'm from. At least if I don't know where I'm going, at least I know where I'm coming from. So I was going back from where and then as I turned my back, I received the, I don't know, I assume it's a kick. This is maybe, I did not see, but for me, it looks like a very strong kick. It could have been a baseball bat, who knows? But they need to bring the camera for that you see. But for the time being, I assumed it was a kick. A kick for somebody that was really, really tall enough to whose leg could really reach here, that you can see. Yeah. I took the kick here, all of a sudden, and then I flew away and I saw this white light. And all of a sudden, like I was hovering over my body, seeing my body being beaten, but I was not feeling any pain and I could hear them. The most horrible thing was remembering the monkey sounds that they were making.
So you were kicked in the head, knocked out. Yes. You're now being surrounded by these armed neo-fascists who are beating you relentlessly, and you have an out-of-body experience, and you're viewing your body being beaten from above. Is that right?
Yes, that's exactly what happened. And then also, let's not forget that they were making monkey sounds. Absolutely. And the thing about the sound that was more is like, the person that were eating me were not initiating the sound, the noise. It was like somebody chanting
behind them.
Yes, and then they take it through. So it was like the whole thing was perfectly organized with precision.
And you suffered enormously. You lost teeth. Your face was badly beaten. You were badly beaten. So one assumes that people immediately came to your assistance and rescue.
Oh, my God is my only helper in that situation. Ooh. God took me out of this.
So nobody came to help you?
I was lying on the floor. Nobody came to help me until one of the guys that was with me that managed to run away has to come back. And then saw the police standing around me, not doing anything.
You were unconscious?
I was unconscious myself, but as soon as I woke up, I could see some police officers speaking Bulgarian. I don't know what they were asking. And then I had an amnesia just after the shock. I could not remember my name. I could not remember where I was. I did not even remember what just had happened.
So you were concussed. And you took a savage beating, and you ended up. Did they take you to hospital? What happened?
Well, the first hospital they took me to refused to look after me.
Wow.
They just refused. Unfortunately, I am the subject, so I could not really say exactly what happened there.
Well, but you didn't get treated.
I didn't get treated at the first, and I remember that they put me on a hospital bed, trying to push me in a kind of mortuary to leave me there or something like that. And it's with the intervention of my friend that this didn't happen.
Right.
Okay.
So people thought you were dead.
Yes, they thought I was dead. That was confirmed to me 3 days later by the director of the people that were in hospital. She came to me and she said she was looking for me. And I asked her why. She said, well, I'm coming to tell you that you've got a second life, my friend. That these people there, they were convinced that you were dead. That's why they left you. But how you come back alive is the most amazing thing.
You're crediting God Almighty for your life today.
Oh yes, oh yes. I am crediting God Almighty. Only Him could deliver me in this situation. I was like one single grain of milk in a cup of tea. The tea will never be sweet. Who could even imagine that there was a grain in there? But God, within all this, managed to see me and come to my rescue, exempt me from this nasty attack.
Praise God, praise God. And so your hospital, what were your injuries?
Well, my hospital injuries, the amazing thing, there's a part that is very amazing. The miracle in all this is the fact that the doctor told me that it's not possible for somebody to have received a kick in the head and had an amnesia not to have developed a blood concoction in the brain.
Wow.
The doctor was more concerned about the blood concoction in the brain. He told me, oh, I know your jaws are broken, but for now, I'm more worried about your brain because you've lost consciousness, and that's caused by blood concoction in your brain. So I need to make a scan of a brain scan. And then amazingly, God again manifests himself. The doctor himself, he was shocked when they find out that there was no trace of blood concoction in my brain.
Oh, again, another miracle.
Again, another miracle. And then after that, the doctor looked at me, very, very happy, himself celebrating, said that, oh my God, this is the best result we can have.
So did you get good treatment in the hospital, the second one?
The second one, well, I have to give the credit in terms of comparison, you know.
Okay,
I have to give them credit. But to be honest, you know, when they physically screw, put some screw on your gum without anesthetic, listen, I have seen pain that I never could exist, sorry. They screwed the pain, the screw on my gum without any anesthesia, 6 of them, to maintain my broken jaw and my mouth together for a week. I was agonizing, I was in pain. The hospital was unable to even buy enough painkiller. When the nurse come at night and I tell her I'm in pain, and she told me there is not enough painkiller, so I cannot do it. So listen, it is so much degrading for, I don't know, I don't want to be political, but let me say it as it is. For a country, you know, I am a British citizen. I am a European citizen. Bulgaria is a European country. For God's sake, I have got the right to go to Bulgaria and come to work there. And on top of that, I was working there, making money for their economy. But I was treated worse than a dog.
Let's go back into that, because you were now beaten, you were now in hospital. Thank the Lord you made a recovery. Where was the British Embassy? What was the Bulgarian police doing? How did they respond to you? Did the British Embassy come and help you?
Well, when I was in hospital, the first visit came from the police. The police came with a so-called interpreter, right? And then in the end, they signed the paper and they give me. I did not read Bulgaria, so I did not know what the paper is like. And then I took the paper for me. I've done my first deposition. Now, my friend came, read the paper and said to me, hey, did you realize that you've been interviewed as a witness? I said, really? He said, yes, it said here that you are a witness. So when I got in touch with my lawyer, it's the lawyer now that went there and then made them change it. How could they come to hospital, interview me with the injuries in my face, with my face in the state that you see on the picture, and call me a witness? What did I witness?
Well, it's amazing in so fact that you would have thought the Bulgarian police were able to deduct that he was the victim, not the witness, given he's in a hospital. So that's one thing. So you, the Bulgarian police came and messed up first time. What happened to the British Embassy?
The British Embassy come. I'm expecting to see somebody from England, at least somebody speaking English from England. This is England. I'm from England myself. So I'm expecting. Where's my government? Where's my government? A Bulgarian lady come up claiming to represent the British Embassy, and what she did, just handing out leaflets. This is what you can do. This is how you can find an English lawyer, and this and this and this. I said, well, okay, but what can you do for me as a British Embassy? Unfortunately, we can't do anything. That was the answer. There is not much that we can do. Well, can you at least pay my plane ticket to return, because I've started the job, I've got no money whatsoever. We cannot do anything for you. You're going to have to contact these people on your own. I'm on hospital bed. You understand?
Strange country. Don't speak the language.
Don't speak the language. Strange country, strange person.
Subject to a vicious
attack. Calling home. Calling from somebody from home is the same person that coming to pretend to defend me. What country is this? The person come to you, say to you, he's not racist, and the next thing he come out of his mouth is the most racist thing you ever heard. You understand? There is a big confusion.
So British Embassy let you down?
The British Embassy, big time.
Was anybody ever arrested for your attack?
No, the case still being investigated for now 6 months.
So hold on, we're in the city centre of the capital.
Yes.
We're full CCTV coverage.
Yes.
There's a derby going on, so the
Yes.
place is surrounded by police officers.
Yes.
And yet
In a day like this,
there's no arrest.
they managed to not have the recording of Ministry of Foreign.
So they're saying they don't have the video.
They said they don't have the video, they're not being precise, but at the end of the day, when there is free camera, I don't know why I should go even to sit down and make and tell what happened, because it's all on video, it's all clear. We just need to go get the video. Simple.
So your campaign, you've got a campaign in which you've written to the Bulgarian embassy, the British embassy, as well as Bulgarian Airlines. Yeah. You want some compensation for your lost baggage. Yeah. You want the Bulgarian police to prosecute whomsoever did it to you. Yeah. And you want the British embassy to step up their program in assisting particularly British citizens who have been subject to racist or neo-fascist attack abroad, to give more assistance to them and support.
Listen, there is a message that is crucial. It is very, very, very important. Bulgaria is a trap. Please, if you are black, I don't care how much money they will promise to you to give you in Bulgaria. Please, look at my pictures, yes. And please, no go for no black people. They are pure, simply racist, Nazis, and they are the kind of racists that are active. Which means you know, the funny thing is my solicitor told me that in Bulgaria there's 3 types of racism. There's the active racist, there's the passive racist, and there's the racist that will never say is racist.
But they're all racist.
They're all racist. At the end of the day, they're all racist. So, in a way, it was warning me that even the people that would not come and propose me help could be racist. In a way, if you understand the situation.
So, Leon, you've made a good recovery, thank the Lord. You're bright and bubbly now, so you've recovered from that. I suppose the trauma of the beating still remains with you.
Yes, the last part of it is the hardest bit, which is the trauma which I'm receiving care from in Sheffield, and it's really, really difficult at time when it all comes back to me, and it's really affecting me.
And we want to try and get Leon employed. Now he's back in England. So if you're out there and your heartstrings are pulled by this horrific story, then do get in touch. The information will be, well, you can email me and I will pass it on to Leon if you've got any employment opportunities for him going forward. So we're waiting for responses from the Bulgarian Airlines, the embassy, and so on. Yes. And in the meantime, we're going to launch a national petition calling on all 3 of them to support you and ensure that we get justice. But I think your main message has been, and it's certainly one that I'm happy to endorse and repeat, that if you're black and you're going abroad in Europe, you've got to do your homework. Yes. You've got to find out what the treatment of African people is in that country before you get there. Because if you don't, and you meet the kind of racism and fascism that Leon encountered, then you could be in a very deep problem very quickly.
Yes, indeed. I would like to add to that, to say that, listen, it took God to bring me back alive. You know, it took God. It took God. I'm saying God, because I was dead. I was dead. And this is the most severe warning to everybody that is black all over the world. And the people that are there that I've got the paper, like we say here, I haven't got any passport or something. They are kept in a kind of cage.
So Africans with no passports in Bulgaria are kept in like
in a camp, like in the old time when you say the Apache, they're in a camp. I never had the chance to see one of them because they are in the camp.
Wow. So listen, we've got to wrap up our interview, unfortunately, but we're going to be doing more on this story. I think the message to the Bulgarian community is that, look, Obviously, Leon is traumatized. He got some support in the hospital, so it's clear that, you know, Bulgaria has some people who do observe justice and compassion. But what happened to him is a disgrace, and he deserves justice. So let's prosecute those who need to be prosecuted. I want you to go to my blog and read more about the detail of Leon's story on leejasperblogspot.com. We'll be posting the link to the petition so that you can sign the petition to make sure we get justice for Leon. But we're saying to black people out there, when you're traveling with your family or going to work in Europe, please do your due diligence homework on the level of racism and neo-Nazism that can be available in those countries should you choose to reside there. And in the meantime, I want you to say, tell people in French, Portuguese and Spanish to come and hear the most horrific story, read Lee Jasper's blog, so we can get this internationally, virally distributed. So, French.
D'abord, je voudrais dire à tous ceux qui vont voir cette vidéo qu'il va falloir que vous allez tous au blog de Lee Jasper pour aller lire la suite de l'histoire qui m'est arrivée. C'est une affaire réelle qui m'est arrivée en Bulgarie. Si vous voulez en savoir plus, abonnez-vous, allez à son blog et vous allez en savoir plus. Ceci est un avertissement à tous ceux qui sont noirs. La Bulgarie n'est pas un pays pour les noirs. Tous les pays de l'Est, nous ne sommes pas bienvenus. Seul Dieu a sauvé ma vie. Je vous en prie, ne faites pas l'erreur que j'ai faite.
My name's Lee Jasper, and you're here with me on a brand new investigation, most appalling case of racism of a black man, British citizenship, working in Europe, Leon Coffey, who's endured the most horrific racist attack and beating. We're here in Leighton at Edwards Cafe and Bistro in Leighton, Edwards Cafe and Bistro. We thank them for their sponsorship and support this morning. And if you're passing by, they've got the most fantastic range of coffees and eats that you could make available. Do subscribe to my blog Lee Jasper blog. Do subscribe to this channel, MediaNet. Press the like button. Do subscribe for more cutting-edge videos reporting from the front line of racism, both in the United Kingdom and here in Britain.